And we're back. So, yes, the plan is we are going to pop down here. Actually, just bear with me a second. Okay, so just making sure the last video actually recorded. And get that out of the way. Cool. So, yeah, so like I said, the goal for this episode is to finish this little corner. And then we will check in the doctor, and then we'll head back to town, and we'll use a new brain head thing to hopefully go and talk to the king. As is my wish. So, aside from calling it corrupted, like, we haven't actually really been told what is with the corrupted lands, what's so wrong about it. People mentioned that sort of the houses decay back into the ground or whatever, but that's basically the only description we have, other than like it's a thing. Free chance no items. No. So we discovered that there was a whole way the entire time. I confused myself. We are going the right way. That was dum. I didn't bleed when I shot it. I'm gonna quickly run back up here, and just check. I'm not going to risk that. I suspect there might be like a jump spell I've just missed, right? Something over this side I'm missing. I'm not. Alas. Do be looking like an interesting landmark. Interesting. The clerk trills in a sing-song voice that she's clearly practiced hundreds of times. Hello, citizen, and welcome to the Royal Vision Works. Are you here for yourself or behalf of somebody else? Somebody else. Lovely. Now I must inform you that we can't sign a contract without meeting the candidate in person, or examining them if they're medically incapable. But I'm happy to walk you through the details. We have a number of positions open, with contracts ranging from 3 clockwork standard months to 12 years. How long were you thinking of staying? How long was a clockwork standard month again? Juggler's like, oh, don't worry. You're not the first to ask. Lots of older folks still have trouble with the calendar. The clockwork month has 60 days, counting day 0, of course. What exactly are we talking about? Why, becoming a vision worker? Is that what you're not here? That's what you're here for, isn't it? All our workers are provided room and board, along with top-notch medical care from the illustrious Dr. Prep. Half the proceeds of their work are retained by this institution, and the other half is theirs to keep. You can have the money paid out twice monthly to a designated beneficiary, or held safely for you until your contract ends, and of course, all your work will be properly credited under your own name. Would you like to read through some example contracts? Or try a sample of our patented sleeping draught? Tina, I'm a child. What is this place? Well, it's like I said, this is the Royal Vision Works. We make bottled visions. If you're not here for any particular reason, I'm afraid I can't help you. I don't really have time for idle hobnobbing. Actually, I'm here to see Dr. Prep. I'm sorry, Dr. Prep is extremely busy at present and is only seeing visitors by appointment. Can I help you with anything else? Taking us for a full look at, we'll hear it. Oh, my apologies, Your Honor. Why didn't you say so earlier? Even so, I'm afraid I'll need to see some kind of order from the king. It says so in our letter patent, you see. Is there... I'm here about a very sensitive matter. Best for everyone if it says the books no. Ah, of course, Your Honor. Your doctor is up on the top floor. I'm sure he'll be happy to assist you. Oh, and long live the king, of course. Of course. The slumbering citizen is murmuring softly to themselves. You can't make out what they're saying. Indeed, there are any words at all. Ugh. This technician is watching one of the sleepers with a pensive expression on their face. You know, sometimes I wonder what they're going through. It must be amazing in its way. From the outside, it looks like they're snoozing as soundly as a baby given gin. Keep it quiet. But outside, they're living lives we can barely imagine. Sorry, but inside, they're living lives we can barely imagine. Full of wonder and terror. Have you ever tried one of their visions? Me? Oh no, I never touch this stuff. My friends think I'm weird, but maybe they feel the same after working here. Slumbering citizen addresses you with startling cognizy though their irons remain cold. The engine! Start the engine! I can't do it myself! What engine? There's a 7-dimensional hyperprism embedded in the side of Mount Carrick. You should be able to handle it. You never took the mark. You should be able to handle it. You never took the mark. I'll do my very best. Bring back a palanquin from the land of the nod. I'll give you a medal for crinkling quietly. Summary. Citizen is snoring like a beehive without any outward sign of interactivity. Sorry mate, no time to chat. I have a lot of bedpans to empty and clean before the end of my shift, and the vegetables aren't about to lend a hand. Slumbering citizen, an expression of contentment upon their face. A good dream, hopefully. Slumbering citizen is tossing and turning in throes of some awful phantasm. Their brow is creased with worry and fear. Citizen's half items, the pupils swing to meet yours. Where am I? We're in the Royal Vision Works. Oh, I am. That's a relief. Listen, is it Mandip alright? I want to make sure she got the money. He's doing well. Good, that's good. Tell her to remember what he had told her. I'm gonna see her soon. All the way around here. Oh. Hey, doctor. Smell of jasmine lingers around this excessively well-kept man. Little round spectacles frame his cadaverous face, and a neatly trimmed moustache nestles on his top lip. Well, there's something one doesn't see every... there's something one doesn't see every day. A mystery visitor. I know all the names and faces of my workers' regular visitors, so I would warrant you are here to see me. Dr. Carl von your service. Physician, vision right, and appointed steward of the industrious dreamers who serve here. So, what brings you to the Royal Vision Works today? Another place that looks like a hospital, it feels like a prison. A prison? On the contrary, most of our workers come here of their own free will. The rest are far past the point of making their own decisions. Some come from desperate circumstances and wish to lift their relatives out of a financial hole. Others are working to furnish their own future. Occasionally, a delinquent debtor will be given the choice of coming here instead of being jailed. A rare few of them are, to be blunt, simply tired of life. I hope even my detractors would agree that my patented Eversleep elixir is far preferable to suicide. What does the royal part mean? We enjoy the letter of patent from our glorious Clockwork King, which gives us a legal monopoly on exporting bottled visions outside the kingdom. Separately, I'm a chairman of the Honorific Oversight Committee, which regulates the vision trade, licenses vision rights, and ensures that bottles hazardous to the public morals are taken off the shelves. It is a duty I take exceedingly seriously. How else can I be of service? I'm here on behalf of a woman who can't wake up. Dr. Prep listens to your tale with studious suspicion, his brow slightly furrowed. It is the most unfortunate case. Alas, it is also a familiar one. Would you like the good news first or the bad news? The bad news. The bad news is that there is no known cure for chronic oneironism. Once it advances to such a late stage, naturally this is a major avenue of my research. But in my professional opinion, it is unlikely to bear fruit for at least a decade. The good news is that I can offer at least 2 solutions to the poor girl's predicament. Her mother may not like them, but I am a doctor and not a minor god. The simplest option is for Nadia to join our happy crew. Many of our workers are chronic cases like her, and I can assure you they are comfortable and well taken care of. Her mother would share in the profits while being relieved of the burden of caring for her, and could visit regularly during our open hours. Naturally, we would also pay you a finder's fee. Alternatively, Yasmin could buy her own vision siphon, also known as a dream crown. I believe the current price is 120 coins, including permit fees. This would enable her to support Nadia at home by bottling and selling her visions independently. Alright, Nadia becoming one of your workers. Chronic oneiroists are an interesting cohort, but for all the outward lethargy, their imaginations remain superbly active, which is to say profitable. Here at the works, we can bottle their visions en masse, using cutting-edge equipment, and we enjoy good relationships and very favorable rates with both domestic and foreign distributors. We also host a weekly support group for family members of chronic oneironists, which Jasmine would be welcome to attend. Any other questions? Talking more about Yasmin buying a dream crown. Mary says she would buy one at Vidal's shop. She would need a permit, but since I chair the body that approves said permits, that won't be a problem. I must caution you that without the benefit of our extensive distribution network and our royal monopoly on exports, this option would inevitably be less lucrative for Yasmin. On the other hand, with practice, Yasmin could learn to capture her own dreams and administer them to Nadia, potentially permitting a form of bi-directional communication between the pair. Any other questions? You can't be serious. Look around you. Does it seem to you as if I'm joking? Nadia and Yasmin are not the first to suffer this predicament, and I'm afraid they will not be the last. Make this straight. Your bottle visions make people sick, and then you use those people to make more bottle visions. I must correct you on one point. Only a small percentage of vision imbibers suffer from chronic oneironism, and invariably we find that they have a history of excessive use. The label does warn you against that, you know. Any other questions? Why don't you take one of our standard contracts for her to read through? A pre-stamped Zereth class Royal Post envelope is included in the package. If Yasmin accepts our offer, I shall leave you the finder's fee with Vidal the Vision Trader in Ferropolis. And so I suppose. Remember, this is not a decision that should be taken lightly. I encourage Yasmin to take all the time she wishes. More questions about Yasmin's options. What was the good news? We picked... He gave us a choice. We picked one, and then he didn't give us the other one. So how we know he's a wrong one. Right. Let's walk back to town. I do slowly feel that my vision is getting my vision going. My voice is going today. Okay, I'm hoping it's still nighttime here in London town. It's got looks of it not being so, but we will. Yay, she's here. Press mechanical arms gives you a fluid salutation. How goes our task, friend? He'd fill gears as requested. Splendid, you're practically one of us now, eh? I promise you won't regret it. I have been studying the messages you retrieved from the graveyard, and I think Its Majesty wants us to pass it on. Wants us to pass it on elsewhere, but not by the usual channels. In the Corrupted Lands, there is a royal broadcast beacon, formerly used to send signals down to the Underlands. It was abandoned when corruption overtook the area, but has since fallen to disrepair. However, the king has not forgotten it. Unfortunately, the beacon is no longer answering remote commands, which means you, and I am truly sorry for this, must deliver the message in person. He hands you a weighty folder of forest green leather. This is what we mechanists call a punch card. It's a way of recording information so the king can understand. In his case, music. In this case, music. Use the punch card to open the lower door, then insert it into the apparatus at the top of the beacon. That sounds incredibly dangerous. Very much so. Ordinarily, I wouldn't contemplate such a journey, but I truly wish I could go myself. But if Sunil notices I'm absent for too long, our whole plan will be sunk. My advice, try not to enter any structure, not fix the ground. Cleanup workers are your friends. If you taste lilac, turn back immediately. If you see an eyeball, do not meet its gaze. If you need respite, I believe there's a royal cleanup camp in that area, although I've never been there myself. Anything else? Why would you want to send signals to the Underlands? We asked the king that same question. Its Majesty was adamant that someone or something might be alive down there, and that contacting them was somehow critical to the kingdom's future. Alas, no response ever came. Anything else? How do I get to the Corrupted Lands? The Corrupted Lands are southeast of here, across a great chasm carved out by the king's machines. Officially there's no way in, but I've found records that an old abandoned digging machine in the area might offer you a path. I'll have the king conjure the access code directly into your cranial moderator. Just picture me in your mind's eye with as much detail as you can, and it'll come to you. I'm not very good at picturing things in my head. Why not try it anyway? With all that new plumbing in your skill, you might be surprised. Anything else? Fine, that's all. But if I become a monster, I'll eat you first. Entirely fair. How else can I empower you? For the luck in the world. Right, and then we'll go and talk to Yasmin. The meanest Yaz there remained. I wanna be the very meanest. You find Yasmin feeding her daughter porridge from a wooden bowl. Singing a soft lullaby, she looks worn down to the bone. Yasmin glances your direction. Ah, hello again. Did you have any luck? I managed to find a doctor, but it's not good news. You hand her the sheaf of papers that Prip gave you and begin to explain. From the way Yasmin listens, you can tell that she has plenty of experience maintaining composure in the face of tragedy. This time, though, it's not enough. Offer her a handkerchief to wipe her eye. When she's finished, she looks over at Nadia for a long time. Oh, my darling, how could I let this happen to you? I know you did your best, but this is quite the dilemma you brought me. What do you think I should do? Yes, in theory that's the obvious choice. I don't know how to care for Nadia properly, let alone bottle her visions, but they do. And obviously the money wouldn't go amiss. That's the contract you gave her. If the figures described here are even halfway accurate, I'd be able to live comfortably for as long as Nadia's illness lasts. My heart tells me I should keep Nadia here, no matter how long it takes for me to learn the vision trade, or how difficult it would be to take care of her. If there's any way that I can still communicate with her, even seeing through dreams, I want to take it. Truthfully though, it's moot. I don't have 120 coins to buy the dream crown from Vidal, and I doubt I ever will. My neighbors have been a tremendous help, but there isn't that much cash in this entire tenement. I suppose I'll get in touch with this Dr. Prip and begin the process. What else can I do? What if I could pay for the Dream's Crown? What? Oh, no, no, no. I couldn't possibly accept that. You've already helped so much. Pretty answers called a loan if you like. No interest. I'll pay it back before the world ends. She smiles a little, then looks up with tears in her eyes. Very well then. That will be enough time, I should think. Whatever the outcome, you've helped Nadia more than I could have asked. I wish I could pay for your time, but well, perhaps this will suffice. Take this deed to our old family home just outside Ferropolis. Technically, we need to petition the Clockwork King for a change of ownership, but since the militia have all but abandoned the countryside, you should be left alone. Where's this house exactly? It's not far from here, to the north. If you leave via the main checkpoint and keep going forward, you should find it on a cliff overlooking the forest. Oh yes you can. What use would we have for it anyway? Restoring that place is a full-time job. One for someone without a lung full of spores. Quarter alone if you like, no interest, just give it back before the world ends. Thank you, Yasmin. Some smile is warm and genuine. May you have more luck with it than we did. I got a house by being a good guy. And to be fair, that is roughly the amount of money we would have paid for a house anyway. Right. What we might do... Yeah, okay, so we'll run over... Basically, I'm conscious that I sort of want to take a break and stop the day. What we'll do is we will run back over to the thing, we'll teleport to the Erudite Academy, we'll turn in that quest, and then we'll wrap up there. So we can check out the new digs. Me like you bouncy, me like you bouncy, me like you bouncy. Because at this point, basically, we're we're basically halfway down the Clockwork Kingdom. It is a lot more interesting a place, I'll say, thus far anyway, than the I mean, again, in terms of inspiration, again, it is basically very much Dwemer-esk in the Morrowind sense. Oh no, I mean they're the Embrians, but I guess, but yeah, I don't know. Again, the Undying very much felt like their inspiration was rather their inspiration was very much felt like I'm not gonna invest in this for now. I'd rather sort of yes, I'd rather hold on to the iron right now. If I grade one weapon, which I'd rather do the greatsword. See what it's like. We're sort of missing stuff. He looks preoccupied with a complex crystal gadget. Welcome back. Let's get this brief. I have plenty to do. Activated those portals for you. You did? Excellent work. And I'm guessing you're still in one piece. No severed limbs or appendages? Now, what are the chances these old hunger chunks would actually work? I mean, of course they worked. I can't thank you enough for finding them. Here, take this. It's the least I can do. Sure what shit she gave us there. We also should look at upgrading. Oh, get other things. I don't think we've ever been poisoned in the game ever. That's actually probably quite good. Oh, we're here? Yeah. Like one thing away from getting to those. I can't remember where to go. Exploring here because we're just gonna walk back to town anyway. Okay, I can't remember how we resolved this guy's story. I can't remember if we did him continue to research his things or if we oh yeah, turn that question. Oh, it's crushing me! Right. Well, we're just gonna walk back to town. Said, yeah, we've had a relatively successful run, basically doing all the north of the Clockwork Kingdom. So I'm enjoying it thus far. We're going to walk away home. We got a house. And yeah, next we'll be heading over this way with a couple of lads. But we'll come back to this another day. Sorry for the yawning. Thank you for watching. And see you next time for more Dread Delusion.